Today's video, one of the easiest repairs you can make on your car or C4 Corvette for that matter. Welcome to ET Garage, and I'm Eugene Tordo, and like I was saying there at the intro, this will be one of the easiest repairs you can do on a car, and even on a C4 Corvette it's easy. And it has to do with the AC. Even though it's fall and winter's coming, the AC actually still works on this car when you use the automatic climate control. Right down to, I think it's like, I'll have to look it up, but I think it's down to 40 degrees. When you have your car in automatic climate control, the air compressor will cycle off and on. And that's part of the way the system works to keep moisture out from inside your car and fogging up the windows. Also, if, say, I travel down south, which I plan on going to the Keys this winter, so I definitely want the AC to work when I'm down there. And the thing we're going to repair is called a low pressure switch. Now, there's a low pressure switch and a high pressure switch. I am not going to go into diagnosis of this. There are probably a lot better videos on that. They're pretty simple to diagnose, by the way. But the good thing about it is, the first thing a lot of people think with, well, if you replace this switch, you got to unscrew it from the system and you're going to lose all your coolant. But that's not what happens, because there is a Schrader valve. You know, just like the valve on your tire, when you fill it up with air, it lets air in but not out. That's called a Schrader valve. And that's how this works. You'll get a little hiss when you take it off from a little tiny bit of coolant, AC coolant, and that's nothing to worry about. Just basically, we're going to unscrew it and screw it back on, and you just need a wrench to fit that. I'm not sure, I got to check, see what size wrench. I'll let you know. And what's nice is it comes with this protector cover, which protects you from these prongs. And it's because of these prongs that I'm replacing mine. Mine broke off. I'll go over that here shortly in the video here in just a few minutes. So let me get the camera moved around, the hood open, and I'll show you what happened and how easy this is to replace. Okay, here is the low pressure switch. You can get a better wide view of it, as you can see. Like right here on a C4 Corvette, right here is where your coolant reservoir is. This is on a 90. And other years, it may be different locations. And of course, if you have a different make car or different GM vehicle, it's going to be different locations. But you'll have a high pressure switch and a low pressure switch. And then you have that one, and I can't even remember what that one's for. If anyone knows, just mention it in the comment, or I'll post it up here. And basically, this is super easy to replace. Basically, you just undo this connector, which usually just pops right off. And if you can see, one part of the connection is broken off in there. And the reason it's broken off is every time I go in here to remove spark plugs, which I do every now and then because I do my own tune in the computer and I want to check the spark plug readings, this gets knocked off and the tongs get bent. And that's how that broke. In hindsight, it would probably be worth the 10 minutes to unscrew this and get it out of the way and not have that happen, and just screw it back on when I'm done. But that's basically just how simple an operation this is. You take that connector off, you take a 5/8 inch wrench, put it on here, and basically unscrew it. So let me fix the camera at a better angle, and I'll unscrew that and screw the new one on, and we'll be done. Okay, I got the camera at a good angle. Let's get this on. See, and that's it. Just to break it loose, you'll see a little hiss coming out there. You'll see it. And that's the AC refrigerant or coolant. And that's it. And now you can see that broken. And of course, I need to pull that out with a pair of needle nose. And voila. Now I just take the new one, and I'm going to leave that cover on to protect it. And screw it on. Don't cross thread it. There it goes. Losing some coolant or AC refrigerant. Not sure what the torque is, but just don't lose a lot of torque. It just needs to be airtight on there. Pop the protective cover off. Pop that on. And voila. It's done. That's how simple it was. Should not have lost enough coolant or refrigerant to affect the AC system unless it was really low. Now this switch is really important if you don't know what it's for. If your AC runs out of coolant and it doesn't shut off, you're going to be in big trouble. Let me move the camera around and I'll show you something. Without that switch, if you were to run coolant, say you have a leak, what will happen is you get a leak and all the coolant goes down below a certain PSI. I forgot what it is. It's pretty low. It will disengage your clutch so your AC can't operate. In other words, it can't operate the AC compressor. And if it didn't do that, what would happen is this would seize up, causing this belt to break. And when this belt breaks, it's quite possible to cause a lot of damage. This belt breaks, it could take out the your fans, the radiator, all the components under here. I've been lucky when I've only lost one belt. Well, I've lost a belt twice on a C4. One was when that pulley came off, and the other time was when that smog pump seized up on me. It did not cause any damage. I was lucky. It could have caused a lot of damage. So that's how important that low pressure switch is. And down there's your high pressure switch. Same thing. If this thing builds up too much pressure, it'll blow this thing apart, and I guarantee that will cause a lot of damage. Yeah, you don't want that happening. So that's basically all there is to it. Unplug it, unscrew it, screw the new one on, put the plug on, test your system just to make sure, and you're done. And the only thing you need is a 5/8 inch wrench. In fact, if you don't own any tools, you could probably just pick up a small adjustable wrench and use that. I mean, if you really wanted to, you might actually be able to unscrew that without using a wrench, using your hands or a pair of pliers. I don't recommend that way, but you could do that if you had to. So let's go finish up this video. Okay, I hope that video was helpful. If you need a low pressure switch, like I said, I'm not going to go into diagnostics. It's actually pretty simple to diagnose these. If your AC is cycling off and on constantly, that's an indication of either one, you have low pressure, or you have a bad low pressure switch. Of course, if you're not accustomed to working on your AC system, I advise you take it to somebody that is. Really, you should check your pressure with a gauge. Make sure that's good first, and then checking this, all you need is a voltmeter, VOM meter, and you would just stick an ohm meter across the two terminals and pump a little air. Set your so you have an air compressor, and you would just set your air compressor regulator to 18 psi or whatever the low pressure is on this. Pressurize it, see if it functions, and all that good stuff. Like I say, just do a search on how to diagnose your low pressure switch on your AC if you're interested in doing that. There's people out there probably better at it than I am at diagnosing or showing how to diagnose it, so watch them. I am going to save this cover so I can slip it over the top of that one next time I change my spark plugs, or like I said, I'll just pop it off and pop it on. You lose a little bit of refrigerant every time you do that. As long as your system's good and charged, that's not a problem. But still, I'd rather put the cover on rather than take this off and on every time. And all you need is a 5/8 wrench, or like I said, you could even do this probably with a pair of pliers if that's all you have. I believe this was around 40 bucks. I got this on eBay. This was an AC, well, not this one, the one I installed. It's an AC Delco one, so hopefully it'll be good. Like I said, I still got to test the system. I'm not worried about it, but instead of me just rattling on, let's end the video. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.